Alright, look, yo, just listen up. This was some Naruto reviews. We here with your mezcals and your hot toys too. And we got everything you would want to see. So why not give us that thumbs up and subscribe, see? Now share the channel with your homies, see?
Hey there, Sunroom! Today we are here with the tale of two Witchers. Toss a coin to your Witcher. These are both from McFarlane Toys. And honestly, it is the same exact figure, just different paint schemes. Same articulation, same sheets, same swords. And the only difference, truthfully, is dude's got dark brown, dude's got tan leather. And this guy over here comes with this amazingly sculpted, badass werewolf head. You can see the detail on the eye, the jaw, the rope is around the head. See, he's got a dead eye, ears, hair, and then there's the noose. And then underneath, of course, is the bloody nubbin. Now the noose fits in the Witcher's hand, which is pretty dope. But just looking, other than the paint, same figure. So if we take a look at the gold label figure, I'll give you a shot of the head sculpt. You can see he's got the scar on the eye, got the nice neat beard, long hair. His head does not have much movement, unfortunately. You can't really move it back. You can't really move it forward much. He's just going to be looking down at you, always. He's got his nice necklace. You can see the emblem there of the Witcher. Great sculpt work on this leather and this armor. The chainmail actually feels like chainmail, even though I know that it's not. I actually like this color scheme. He's got the fish hook right here. Very soft plastic, so be very careful with it. He does have double jointed elbows. Oh shit, rewind this a second. I'm sorry guys. He is single jointed elbow. I was fooled because of the chainmail. I am so sorry, Sunroom. Single jointed, uno, single jointed. His arms reach out with the shoulders, but the armor does stop a lot of the movement that you would want to get from him. His wrists are the normal McFarlane wrists. Ab crunch is basically in there. It is there. This is a very soft plastic, almost like a soft good. It will let you get an ab crunch, at least as far as down. Now if we're going back, you can get a little bit of an ab crunch. He can stand a little straighter for you. Give you a shot of the booty and his boots. Double jointed knees. There is no thigh swivel, which I don't really think any of the McFarlane come with thigh swivels. You can see that he can do the splits for you. You can see the joints when you do that. Nice little cod piece. His toes are articulated. He's got some nice detail. The boots are really well done. The spurs on the back. The leather around it. It's a very nicely done figure. We'll get to the accessories of the swords and the sheath in a minute, as they're exactly the same. But let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. And you can see it is the same exact face. Same issues with this guy. The head does not go down, does not really go up much. You can get some side-to-side views, which is cool. But this is, you know, an interesting choice for McFarlane, and honestly a letdown. If I'm going between the two, I go gold label with the head accessory. So maybe you buy both, you flip one, or resell one rather, and you just kind of kit bash the one you want to keep. They both have double jointed elbows. They're both limited with that chainmail armor, unfortunately. The ab crunch on this guy is exactly the same. I do get a little more movement out of him, which just might be because I was willing to move him more because I knew what I was working with. If you're going back, you're going to get a little different of, see, now this one looks like he's swinging back, somebody's swinging at him, so you can get some ab crunch. I'm sure that they're the same. I will check that in a second. The spurs on this guy, again, it's just a lighter color scheme. His toes are articulated. Okay. Now, the sheaths are exactly the same piece, and I call this an easy cop-out from McFarlane. You got to do better than this, boss. I mean, it's not fair. To us as collectors, you're making us buy two of the same exact figure, just with different color schemes. Even the swords are exactly the same, which I guess should be expected with the fact that it is a Witcher figure based off of the Witcher video game from Witcher 3. So the swords make sense, but there's not much detail to these. You know, I've seen replicas of these that look amazing, and you get these in hand and it just does not really hit the trigger. The stubs down here are pretty cool. There is some design in here. You can see the two different heads that are in there. And then you have like the diamond portion here, which is kind of cool. But this is kind of lackluster. Now with these sheaths, the interesting thing to me and the cool thing to me is that the swords just kind of slide in. And I may have them transversed here. I'll find out in a second. It looks like it doesn't matter, but you can see they slide right down. I actually like this idea of a sheath, and it plugs right into that peg hole in the back. So peg in the peg hole, and you have a suited up Witcher. Okay, so we'll go ahead and suit up the other guy and give you a look at both. Okay, so if we're doing that, I went ahead and did this. Apparently I'm doing it wrong this time. Yep. Okay. So they do have a designated spot, so keep that in mind. They do have a designated spot, have them overlap. They actually fit into where the sword should go, which is an interesting thing that I just found out with you. Learn something new every single day. Peg hole right here, peg right here, plug them in, and we have another suited up Witcher. Okay, and you can kind of take a look at them from the back and see size comparison. They are completely the same, which would have been expected as it is the same character. But I think all in all, if I were to go with it and I was getting these for myself, I'd want him, which is the black label, and I would pick this dude up just to have this. So just to give you an idea, you can have either one of them hold this, obviously. So this tale of two Witchers, guys, is really the tale of the same figure, different paint schemes, and a werewolf head cut the fuck off. Sunroom, I love you, and until next time. Hey there, Sunroom! Thank you for joining me for another awesome action figure review, this time coming from McFarlane Toys with his Witcher line. We had the gold label and the regular release. Both can be found at your Walmarts and your Books A Million. I actually found the original release, or the regular, at my Books A Million in my mall here in Gurnee, Illinois. Please ignore this. My dog is a damn biter, and I'm really bad at letting her do it. So I thank you for joining me on this journey as we are now trying to get to 1,000 again. I had a little hiccup, and it's a new channel, or let's look at this as the Sunroom done the right way. Okay, if you like the video, of course, give us the big thumbs up. If you don't, give us the thumbs down. But if you're doing this, please tell me what I can do that's going to make things better for you, what you want to see from the content. That would be constructive criticism, and I would appreciate it greatly. If you'd like to join us on Facebook, you can find the Sunroom in the link in the description below, and you can find us on IG or Instagram or Insta, whatever the hip kids are calling it, at Sunroom Toy Reviews. And until next time, Sunroom, peace out, and much love, brothers. Much love, sisters. Much love, Sunroom. Let's do this. Let's do this.